Hey there! Did you miss me? All right, it's day 2. If I skip any days, just go back to the 100 times thank you thing of the first day. All of this is about changing mental state. And at first, you gotta do it at all. And then later, it'll simply become habit. For me, I call summer 2015 my Summer of Enlightenment, where I was finally able to just shut my brain off and a natural good feeling started coming through. At first, I had to make an effort. But then it got to a point later that year where it was spontaneously happening. Like I would have a good, natural, peaceful feeling, like just spontaneously come up from inside. And now I feel good most of the time. And if I do feel feelings of frustration or anger or disappointment or hopelessness, I'm able to turn that around pretty quick because the habit is there. And I read a really great book called The Untethered Soul. Is it from that book? It was from something. And basically this author suggested that to take a day and simply observe your thoughts. That's not today's assignment, by the way. But take a day and observe your thoughts as if they were separate from outside of you, and maybe even take physical notes, but at least be aware of it. And would you want to live with that person? And I did this exercise in 2015, and the answer was no, I would not. Because that person was constantly bombarding me with negative things. And it certainly did. The brain doesn't spontaneously give you visions of delight and inspiration. Oh no, it's just worry. The worry and the airing of past grievances, living things over and over and over again. What kind of creature would do that to somebody else? To just go over and over and over things and never let up over years, decades even. You gotta shut that off. And so today's exercise is a barefoot distraction meditation. Here's how to do it. Again, like with all of this, don't tell anybody you're doing it. Don't put it on facial media, social media, and don't tell anybody. Don't talk about it. Just keep it to yourself, because then those opinions won't be going inside you. When you practice these things, the opinions of other people won't be inside your head. And that never ends. There's an editor that actually is like, oh, what will people think? Oh, what will my mom think? Whoever it is. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to find a stretch of sidewalk or pathway, and you're going to take off your shoes and socks till your bare feet. And you'll just carry them in your hand. Be very relaxed about all these things. Don't stress out that you're not doing it right, or certainly not that anybody's watching. It's a little harder to do this one without anybody around. But most people, they won't be paying too much attention to somebody on a relatively deserted sidewalk. Or it could be a pathway. You could potentially do this inside your own house, but you do need a pretty long stretch of open way there. You're going to become aware of your clothes first. So move around. You're blocking out your clothes all the time. That's why little kids don't like clothes on. They feel weird. We just get used to them and we block out the sensation of the clothes. So first you can become aware of your pants. You're going to move your legs a little bit. Oh, you can feel your pants. In fact, right now I bet you, if you moved around a little bit, you could feel your clothes on you. Then you're going to close your eyes. Make sure it's safe. Don't wander into the intersection, guys. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to start walking forward. This is immediate relief. Your brain, that brain that's constantly producing things, is going to put all its focus directly and immediately into the bottom of your feet. And you're going to walk along, eyes closed, Maybe you can put a hand out if there's like low-hanging branches and stuff. Maybe put a hand out. That's actually good because again, your brain will start focusing on the palm of your hand like it's expecting something to touch it. Has anyone ever got close to your forehead but not touched it, but you could feel it? Do it right now. Bring your finger and slowly go to, but don't touch it, and get within like an inch. You can feel it, can't you? Because your brain is expecting something to happen. Your brain is a squirrely little creature, very slippery. But if you can get a grip on it, and this is step one if you're following me through these different sections, step one is just to shut it down for just a little bit, to be fully conscious, but also get rid of all those thoughts. And if you can do it for 5 seconds, you can do it for 10, you can do it for 30, you can do it for a minute. And eventually we're going to get to a point where you can shut it down for a slightly longer period of time. And literally, in every real way, think of nothing. And I know it sounds strange, but that's going to change your life. All right. So with the barefoot distraction meditation, your brain is going to immediately think about the bottom of your feet. Are you going to step on a snail? Is that a crack in the sidewalk? You may veer off, like onto the grass. And don't open your eyes, just stop, feel around with the other foot, keep going. And you don't have to do this for very long. I would recommend 10 seconds to start out with. Maybe do it a couple of times at 10 seconds, then get it going a little, and you don't be in a hurry. You don't got to walk at a normal pace. You can go very slow with this. It's the time. It's the time and that immediate thing where it shuts down your mind and sort of like gets that reset button hit. And that'll get rid of those thoughts that have been tormenting you for a very brief period of time. And this is the beginning to the end of suffering. Thanks for tuning in.